at a pawn shop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just bring in like random stuff. Like half the time it's something that they stole and they're trying to, it's an interesting group of people. It's the people that come into a pawn shop. Um, and then it was useful too because, you could practice like negotiating and like getting the best deal type of thing.
So, and did the owner of the pawn shop leave that up to you to like figure out what was a good enough price to settle on for the item, or was that something that you just kind of witnessed as you worked there?
Yeah, you have some discretion. Like you can haggle to what you think is right, but most of the items there's a limited set of items that we could take. So you check in the system like what do we normally sell this for?
Hmm.
You just kind of haggle based on that.
Were they a lot of times, because the pawn shop whole idea is, I just need some money right now. I want to have my item back, but I'm going to give it to you as collateral for this short-term loan. Then when I pay back the loan, I'll get my item back. Is that still the concept today, or are they coming in to just to sell something to get quick cash?
Half the time, yeah, they're pawning, but half the time they're selling as well.
Okay.
A lot of people will say they're pawning, but then they just never come back for it. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, you still have to be aware of that.
And you give them the same price either way, right? You're not going to give them more for a pawn than you would for a
you
sale because.
you will if they have like a good history. So if
Oh,
they're like
okay.
coming in a lot, some people like bring in like the same items and then they get it back. Like they'll bring in like their whole PC setup or just some like random valuable thing and then come back for it. So
What happens when the police show up?
police, well, yeah, I don't know if we really had to call the police on anyone, but
But do they show up and say, "Hey, we're looking for this such and such item that was
oh,
stolen"?
yeah, I think they did do that a few times. Yeah,
Huh.
because I guess yeah, it does attract some interesting people.